By lowering the limit age to 18 years of age, teens in America will know how to use alcohol early on and have a greater chance of not abusing alcohol. Now, college student binge drinking recently reached the lowest level in the nearly 20 years that the University of Michigan's Institute for Social Research, also known as ISR, has conducted its surveys for the National Institute of Drug Abuse. The proportion of college students who drink has also reached a record all-time low, according to ISR research. Binge drinking is defined for men that consume 5 or more drinks, and for women who consume 4 or more drinks in about 2 hours. As well as college students' consumption of alcohol, the proportion of both junior and senior high school students who have consumed any alcohol during the year has dropped again for the 3rd year in a row, according to the Pride survey, a nationwide survey of 138,079 students. The survey is designated by federal law as an official measure of substance use by teenagers in the United States. College students simply don't drink as much as everyone seems to think they do, according to researchers using breathalyzers at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. Even on the traditional party nights of Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, 66% of the students returned home with absolutely no blood alcohol content. 2 of every 3 had not a trace of alcohol in their systems, even on party nights. This further increases the idea that drinking should be legalized at the age of 18. This research provides us with information that underage students are capable of being responsible of how much they can drink, that being the students that are under age of 21, and knowing the limit. And my opponent, he was talking about how at the age of 21, there's a decreased amount of deaths, while there has been a decrease in per capita consumption and motor vehicle crashes, unfortunately, during the same time period, there has been an increase in other problems related to heavy and irresponsible drinking amongst college age youth. Most of these reported behaviors showed little change until after the 21-year-old law in 1984. For example, from 1982 until 1987, about 46% of students reported vomiting after drinking. This jumped to over 50% after the law change. Significant increase were also found for other variables. Cutting class after drinking jumped from 9% to almost 12%. Missing class because of hangover went from 26% to 28%. Getting lower grades because of drinking goes from 5% to 7%. And been in a fight after drinking increased from 12% to 17%. All these behaviors are indices of irresponsible drinking. This increase in abusive drinking behavior is due to underground drinking outside of adult supervision in student rooms and apartments where same-age individuals congregate, and because of lack of knowledge of responsible drinking behaviors. And he also talked about age. Age does not reflect maturity. Supporting this concept that people be allowed to drink legally in our state and our country at age 18 in no way provides them with an endorsement to be irresponsible in doing that. If someone wants to drink and be irresponsible, I don't think that's specific to age, according to Dawson Raspuzzi. And regarding the drinking age being increased to age 21, raising the drinking age to 21 was passed with the very best of intentions, but it's had the very worst of outcomes, said David J. Hansen, an alcohol policy expert at the State University of New York, Potsdam. Just like during national prohibition, the law has pushed and forced underage drinking and youthful drinking underground where we have no control over it. And raising the drinking age also caused college students to consume more alcohol. This is from Ruth C. Enns. Researchers have found that telling persons not to do something often produces the opposite reaction. People value their sense of freedom and autonomy and like to project an image of self-control. Reactance theory suggests that whenever people believe their freedom either has or will be unjustly threatened, they enter into a reactance motivational state and act to regain control by not complying. Coercion, in particular, leads to the arousal of reactance, which in turn tends to reduce compliance. The theory has been tested in a variety of ways, including restroom graffiti, petition signing, group coercion, reading speeches aloud, evaluation of illegal deterrence, attraction to members of the opposite sex, attitude change, and impression formation. And also, our opponent was talking about cirrhosis of liver, and this was a problem because people don't know they're people under the age of 21, we're not allowed to drink alcohol legally, so we don't know our limit. So if we were to know our limit by being exposed to alcohol early on and being able to drink alcohol, we wouldn't have this huge problem compared to other countries.